I'm going to say it. They look like good people. And that's the operative word. They look like they are good people. They are polite. They're agreeable. They're helpful. They will always say yes. They smile. They are humble. But the problem is, they just want to be liked. And goodness is not about being liked. And that's where the problem lies. They act from fear of acceptance. They want to be comfortable around you. And when you are comfortable, they are comfortable. They fear of being rejected. And they don't want you to see their real self. When somebody is always nice, they are just outsourcing their values to the room. They're just looking for acceptance. They are not honest with their feelings. They don't ask what is right. They ask what will keep me safe, what will make them like me. Is that being good? No. They're just protecting themselves. And that's no virtue. There's nothing virtuous about being self-preserving in every situation. And the problem that I have with people pleasers is that they will agree with you to your face. But behind your back, oh baby, they will hate you. They will resent you. They will say yes when deep down they want to say no. But silently you will be punished for making them say yes. And it's not your fault. Mind you, it is not your fault that they said yes. Because who's the manipulator in the situation? The people pleaser. That is not kindness. And people pleasers are always lauded as being the kindest, the most honest, the most loving. But no, that is not kindness. That is dishonesty. Good people have boundaries. Good, honest people have boundaries. But people pleasers don't. Because having boundaries will lead to people disapproving you. Good people are willing to disappoint you if the truth requires it. People pleasers, however, there's a difference with them. They would rather lie than be uncomfortable than risk you perceiving them in a different way. So they would rather lie, be dishonest, because of they love being perceived as good and warm, loving. They don't challenge lies, they don't confront people, they stay quiet so that everybody is loving them. They just want to keep the peace at the cost of their emotional well-being. And that is what I have a problem with. And all of this, it comes from a former people pleaser. And I say a former people pleaser in a liberal manner. I believe that I still hold those values. That dishonesty, that need to be liked, even at my own detriment. All of this I'm saying because I am learning that a lot of those emotions have got nothing to do with honesty, and they've got nothing to do with truth, and they've got nothing to do with what I really want. I am dishonest with my feelings. I am dishonest to people around me because I want their approval. And I want to get into why that is. And I keep on saying, I am a reformed people pleaser. I am a work in progress, but I will no longer be people pleasing. I want to give you some examples of my people pleasing ways where when I reflect back, I realize how unhappy I was. Growing up with a toxic narcissistic mother You just want to please because you want her approval. You need her approval to survive. You just want to see your mom happy. Who doesn't want to see their mom happy? She's always upset. She's always unhappy. So I need to make this woman happy. So what do? I need to perform. I need to be in a theater. My household is a theater play. You wake up and you want to be good at your performance. I would wake up sick. I remember one time I had full-blown pneumonia. But I would wake up and clean the outside of the house in the rain, in the cold, because I needed to please my mom. It never stopped there. I can name multiple times where I would put myself at a disadvantage to please her. Financially, I would always be giving, getting myself into debt to please this woman who could never be pleased. Getting yourself into debt you are unable to get out of to please another human being. The same with my sister. Constantly giving when I could not get the support that I require and the support that I've always communicated. I would communicate the kind of support which all the time was never financial. The support for presence. Do you know when you have milestones in your journey in life, you need people sometimes to go through them with? Be it a graduation, be it a wedding, be it a baptismal. There's a lot of milestones in life that we go through that are great when we have company, when we have family with. I would even ask for that. Overtly, openly, kindly ask, can you please be present? I am graduating. And my sister would not pitch. Can you please be present? My child is graduating. My sister would not be present. My own mother. I will be graduating on such and such a date. I would love for you to participate. However, on the flip side, I am giving whatever they want, irrespective of whether I have or do not have. I will make it happen. There's a lot of examples that I can provide, and one of the other examples that I think of is how as soon as I graduated and I had my first job, my mother's greed for money got to a point where I became highly indebted. I had multiple credit cards, multiple sources of debt to please her financially. She will keep on demanding, and I gave the appearance that I am able to provide all of that money even when I was not able to. I would sit myself without having something to eat just so that I please her. She would have a husband that provides her with food, and I will sit without food, but giving her the money that she wants. Tell me, how is that healthy? Tell me, how was I being a good person? Was I not manipulating this woman to like me at my own detriment? And there are other examples I can mention. And the basis for all of that was dishonesty. I was never honest with my feelings. I was never honest with how I would like to be treated. And every time I approach and request support, it was always from a place of humility, of begging. You know, when you're a beggar, you beg for support. It was never from a place of, you and I are family, let us be supportive. So, I will repeat. People pleasers are not good people. The basis for their people pleasing is dishonesty, is lies, is lack of courage. And that comes from a retired people pleaser.